Advocacy is more than my passion, it's my life, it's all that I've known, and even when I'm older, retired, I'm always going to want to advocate for NF and rare diseases. It's very important for people to know about neurofibromatosis because it is the most common neurological disorder, but no one knows about it, and I find that mind-boggling. My name is Brianna Worden. I'm 24 years old, and I'm a spokesperson for the Children's Tumor Foundation. In 2020, I was named the Children's Tumor Foundation's National Ambassador. I was able to educate millions of people about NF and showcase the resiliency and positivity about the NF community. Neurofibromatosis is a genetic disorder that causes tumors to grow along the nervous system. Ultimately, I know sometimes when I post on social media, people get a little nervous about my arm, but I think it's important to show the trueness of my disorder and what we go through because it's my life. You know, it's not something that I should have to hide because it is a part of me. Social media has been a major part of my advocacy work and that I'm able to reach other people from different countries, different states. It's funny now that I walk in public sometimes, people see me like, oh my gosh, are you Brianna? I saw you on my Snapchat story. It's just great that we're able to connect just to work together because if we want to, raise awareness about NF, we have to reach millions. Social media is a beautiful thing and I'm really excited to see all of the progress that we're making with the Children's Tumor Foundation. We always knew at birth that I was different. I had darker spots, but I was born with this disorder. I did develop the cancer in 2 different spots in the front part of my spine, then my lymph nodes here. So with those, my vocal cord was paralyzed from the stress of the surgery, and when I woke up, I couldn't talk. It felt like I had swallowed knives, and I knew something was wrong. I just looked at my mom, and I had to write everything down.
Being a mom, sitting in the waiting room, I don't want to sound funny saying this, but it's what we've gone through together our entire life, and a lot of time was spent in the hospital, and everything about her is very fresh in my mind. My brain was just keep her safe, keep her alive, find the right doctors, and together we've been a team.
They found that my left vocal cord was paralyzed, and they did not think I'd be able to talk. And with that gone, I felt like neurofibromatosis was taking control over my life and that I had no control over it. Advocacy has always been such an important part of my life, so public speaking is what I do. Not being able to do the one thing I love and having NF define me. As I've always said, it doesn't define me, but at that moment it felt like it was.
The unending amount of pride that I have for Brianna. She's my best friend. She's the love of my life. And really tough moments in life, she's been there to bring me back to reality, and she's really taught me what's important. Appreciate every day that we have and be as kind as you can be all the time. That's Brianna.
So with my family support system, it's definitely been important to me. Jace, come on, bud. Can you talk about Nani's boo-boo?
Her boob is cute because I still love it.
I am the oldest out of all of my siblings. I can tell that it's already impacting them. Jace especially because he's 5, so he goes to my appointments and he'll tell people, oh, we're here to make Nani's arms smaller and smaller and I want to make her better. Why do you love it?
Because I love it. It's so soft.
But it's also beautiful to see how much he cares about my arm, and he'll even tell people that are staring at my arm, hey, that's her boo-boo, it's beautiful. And that makes me happy. Just because they're not physically going through NF doesn't mean that they're not going through the pain of seeing their sibling go through this. And my whole family's they're so great and so supportive. I hope to inspire others with and without NF just to, really accept who you are. And when you see someone who may look different than you, you don't know their story. And I think that's really important, just to accept those for who they are and be a positive role model and just be kind. I want to continue my advocacy work and working with the Children's Tumor Foundation. As I've said, NF is always going to be a part of my life. It's not going away, so neither will my advocacy work. While neurofibromatosis has impacted me negatively, it's also allowed me to use it as a catalyst and be my voice, because neurofibromatosis is a part of my life, but it's not me. I'm my own person, and I want to just show that we can be more than just a disability or a rare disorder. You can be you and just let that shine through.